Whether it be 1 year, 2 years, or 5 years, you can always count on Young Justice to leave the past behind and tell you about it later. Welcome to the channel where I talk, you listen. I'm your host, Anonymous, and welcome to the channel where today I talk about Young Justice. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're diving into one of the most emotional, manipulative shows since Game of Thrones. If Game of Thrones was animated, had teenagers in tights, and gave you childhood trauma in 22-minute doses. Yes, I'm talking about Young Justice. The team with Robin, Kid Flash, Aqualad, Superboy, Miss Martian, and Artemis. Let's go into season 1. Oh, sweet summer child. It was perfect. We had a tight squad of teenage sidekicks trying to earn respect, solve missions, and sneak around like superhero ninjas while Batman pretended he didn't actually like them. We had Connor Kent, the walking anger issues. I hate Superman. Miss Martian, the adorable Martian girl with a crush on the guy who punches walls for fun. Kid Flash, the fast-talking, snack-guzzling redhead with more charm than sense. Aqualad, the waterborne leader and prince. Robin, baby Robin, tiny acrobat hacker child. And Artemis, the child of Sportsmaster, the sister of Cheshire, and the daughter of a woman whose life went to hell. Season 1 gave us character growth, relationships, action, comedy, and a twist ending. It was peak animation, absolute chef's kiss. Mwah! And then, season 2. The writers pulled that fast one. Literally. Because, bam! 5-year time skip. They skipped character development like I skipped gym day. Connor and McGann's relationship? Gone. Dismantled off screen like someone rage quit The Sims. Robin? Oh, no. He's not Robin anymore. He's Nightwing now. Because apparently in 5 years, puberty hit like a freight train and gave him a new name, new abs, and a leader complex. And who are all these new characters? New Robin, Blue Beetle, Wonder Girl, Beast Boy, Lagoon Boy. Who invited Aquaman's reject cousin to this party? We didn't even get to see how the OG team got from point A to point B. They just dropped us into a new timeline like, hey, catch up. Catch up with what? I still haven't caught up with my emotions from season 1's finale. Speaking of that, let's talk about Red Arrow, aka Speedy, aka the clone saga from hell. This dude finds out he's a clone and goes full on life doesn't matter anymore, which is fair because you're not living your own life, you're living someone else's life. And imagine you finding out that you're living somebody else's life, but they're still you. What do? Meanwhile, the real Speedy is out there missing an arm. You want drama? That arc had more drama than an episode of Real Housewives of Gotham. It was amazing. But of course, while the story had depth, nuance, and pain, the timeline in season 2 just gave us whiplash. We're supposed to care about these new characters, but we haven't even healed from Artemis and Wally's awkward flirting phase? Speaking of pain, let's talk about Wally West. They killed him off in season 2, just like that. Boom. Well, more like disintegrated. But still, boom, disintegrated. Like a box of donuts at a Justice League brunch table. And then they bring in Impulse. Now this is where I get frustrated. Because what they did next is insane. My god. First of all, they introduced a new Flash called Impulse, who came from a different timeline, who came here to fix the problem before it even happened. Then he slowly starts, he starts dressing like Wally, acting like Wally. It's like Wally died and Bart raided his closet out of respect. The point is, it's not a tribute, it's emotional manipulation. My boy Wally deserves better, and so do we. At the very least, a proper goodbye and a flashback montage. Is that too much to ask? No, they made him a monkey. Here comes the shock. Oh wait, never mind. Season 3? Time skip. Again, because why have consistent storytelling when you can hit fast forward every season like you're watching a recap on 2x speed? Now we get new characters, new plot, New trauma. Static Shock? What? He joins the team. I'm like, Static Shock joins the team, and I'm like, yes! That's what we needed. I know he was there at season 2, but I was still happy anyway that they continued to use him. This guy had like 3 lines. His whole story in season 3 is just the fact that he's the guy without a girlfriend. He had like 3 lines, 1 lightning bolt, and then he disappeared like everyone's favorite show after mid-season finale. Y'all did Virgil Hawkins dirty. Real dirty. You know who else they did dirty? Batgirl. What happened? Season 3 rolls around and Batgirl's in a wheelchair now? No explanation, no backstory, just poof, Oracle. And unless you've got a PhD in comic book history, you're sitting there going, did I miss an episode or did I miss 12 episodes? What's going on? They also introduced Geoforce and Terra, and suddenly we're in Teen Titans side quest inside a Young Justice side plot inside a DC Universe fever dream. And while the story is okay, the pacing felt like it was being rushed by the Flash on Adderall. And the fever dream continues. And then season 4 came out and just threw the whole show structure out the window. Forget about it. Broke the timeline over its knee and sprinkled in some trauma. Connor dies, but also doesn't. Artemis is grieving, but also dating. McGann is mourning, but also on Mars. That's a psychic baby. Magical time travel. Florian the Witch Boy shows up like he lost a bet with Chaos. What is happening in this show? It's like the writers got bored and decided, you know what, this show needs more trauma, less logic. But here's the thing. For all the frustration, all the skipped development, the whiplashing inducing timelines, and off-screen plot twists, my God, Young Justice still finds a way to slap because it lets our heroes be human. Connor dealing with identity, McGann facing her inner darkness, Artemis navigating grief. Even Wally, rest in peace, his pixelated soul, got to be more than just a sidekick. He got to be a ghost. The show is at its best when it slows down, when it remembers that the strength of these stories isn't how many characters you cram into a season, it's in the core. The core is in the OG team, the ones who grew up with us. They should have built on Red Arrow's clone struggles, expanded Connor and McGann's relationship, let Wally and Artemis be the power couple we deserve, allow us to watch Robin go from Robin to Nightwing in a way that makes sense. But instead, they turned every season into a new campaign of guess who's relevant now. It's chaotic, it's frustrating, it's brilliant, it's a gift. A confusing, beautifully animated, emotionally destructive gift. So thank you, Young Justice, for teaching us that being a superhero isn't just about saving the day. It's also about having your story rewritten every 13 episodes by someone who might be purposefully and actively messing up your timeline. Stay strong out there, fans, and remember, if you feel lost, confused, and emotionally devastated, you're probably watching season 2 again. Hit that like button, subscribe for more videos just like this, and if you enjoyed, tell me so in the comment section down below. I want to hear your thoughts about Young Justice, where the show is currently, who your favorite character is, and hopefully they decide to make a season 5 and get this show back on track so the fans can get what we deserve. Season 6 of Teen Titans. Show your boys some love and peace.